So let's look at this question. So this is WASSCE 2023. Now, a lot of students have been tagging me with this question as to how to go about it. A lot of them are confused. And looking at this question, if you look at it, you may think, oh, it's so difficult. No, it's very, very simple. So let's see how we are going to solve this question. So in this question, ABCDE is a regular pentagon and BFGHIC is a regular hexagon. And I know when we say pentagon and hexagon, you know what we mean by that. So for a regular pentagon, we are talking about what? A polygon with how many sides? 5 sides. And for hexagon, we are also talking about a polygon with 6 sides. Good. So looking at this shape, you can see that there are two different polygons being combined. So if you look at what is here, the question has clearly stated it, so you can identify which of them is the pentagon and which of them is the hexagon. Good. So before we continue, now let's look at this. Remember, in dealing with pentagon and hexagon, when you want to talk about polygons, so you have to find the interior angles of a polygon. But what polygon are we looking at? We are looking at what? Pentagon and what? Hexagon. Good. So how do we even find the interior angles of a pentagon and a hexagon? Now, in the concept of polygons, we are saying that to find a regular polygon. But before that, what at all is a regular polygon? When we say regular polygon, so when we say regular polygons, we are talking about a polygon with all sides equal and all angles equal. So if I ask you to mention some of the examples, you can talk of a square, equilateral triangle. You can also talk of rhombus. They are all examples of regular polygons. But this time we are talking about a regular pentagon and a regular hexagon. So it means that we are talking about a pentagon and a hexagon that have what? All sides equal and all angles equal. Someone may say that, but looking at your diagram, you can see that all the sides are not equal. Yeah, I know you can see from the diagram that, but this diagram, note that it is not drawn to scale. It is not drawn to scale. But in the question, we are seeing that they are regular pentagon and regular hexagon. It means that all the size of the pentagon, all the sides are equal and all the angles are also equal. And when it comes to the hexagon, the same thing applies there. Good. So before that, let's look at when we say find the sum of interior angles of a polygon. So the sum of interior angle of a polygon is given by, so let's write sum of interior angles of a polygon is given by what? So we are saying that it's given by n minus 2 times 180 degrees. So this is what is given when you are asked to find the sum of interior angles of that given polygon. But how do we find the interior angle, or how do we find each of the interior angle? This one is sum, when you sum all the angles. But let's look at when you're asked to find one of them. So the sum of each of them is also given as what? So we see what the interior angle of a regular polygon is given by, so n minus 2 times 180 degrees, all divided by what? N. Good. So this one, we are not just talking about any hot polygon, we are talking about hot regular polygon. So interior angle of regular polygon. So using this formula, you can find each of the angles. So look, going back to the question says we should find hot angle AED. So it means that let's look at angle AED in the question. So we are looking at this particular angle here. So once you are able to find one of them, it means that the rest of the angles are also the same. So let's look at the pentagon first. So angle AED, AED is given as, so where can we identify, which of the diagram can we identify this question? So we can say that because we are talking about AED, so we can find it here. And this is how many sides? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. So it means that is the pentagon, right? Good. So we can just substitute what? The size, which is what? 5. So it means that this is what? A polygon with 5 sides. What? That is what? Pentagon. So it means we can say where our n is equal to what? 5. So I only do substitution and then I move on. So it will be 5 minus 2 times 180 degrees, all divided by what? 5. Good. So how do we calculate? So this is what? Algebra. You can do your simple algebraic, then you find the answer. So let's see how to find the answer. Good. So 5, when 5 divides 180, we are getting what? So we are getting 36. And then this time, this 5 minus 2 will give us what? 3. So it means 3 times what? 36. Now 3 times 36 gives us what? 108. 108 degrees. Good. So it means our first answer is what? Answered. So once we have one of the angles as what? 180 degrees, and we are saying that it is a regular polygon, it means that the rest of the angles of the pentagon are also what? 108 degrees. Have you gotten that? Good. So let's look at the B part. So the B part also says that we should find what? Angle BFJ. So how do we find angle BFJ? So we apply the same rule. And angle BFJ, where is it? BFJ. So it means we are looking at this particular angle here. And that one can also be found in the what? The hexagon. That is with a 6 sides rather. So where n is equal to what? 6. So it means that we are going to substitute 6 in the formula. So we can have here as 6 minus 2 times 180 degrees, all divided by what? 6. 6. Good. So you can get here as what? 4. So 4 times what? So 180 degrees divided by what? 6 will give us what? 30. So you have 30 here. So 30 times 4 will give us what? 120 degrees. So this is 120 degrees. So the second answer is also what? 120 degrees. So let's look at how we can also find the next question, which is angle what? DCI. So C angle what? DCI. So let's go and identify angle DCI in the figure. Angle what? DC. So we have DCI. So we are looking at this particular angle. But looking at this point, you could see that this is a point. There's one line here, another line here, joining here, and another line. So angles meeting at a point. So we can talk of this angle and this angle. But remember that we have already calculated for the angles here. It means we have here as 108 degrees. So here is also the same, here is also the same, here is also the same. So here is also 108 degrees. And we have also calculated for this angle which gave us what? 120 degrees. It means that the rest of the angles are also what? 120 degrees, because we are saying that it is a regular what? Hexagon. So here is also what? 120 degrees. So once we know here and here, then we can easily find the angle here. And we are saying that angles in a circle, angles formed in a circle, and they are meeting at a point is equal to what? 360 degrees. So we can just find this. So we can just write this. So angle DCI plus what? So we have 108 degrees plus 120 degrees, which is equal to 360 degrees. So we can easily group like terms, which is equal to 360 degrees minus 108 plus 120 degrees. So let's calculate. So 108 degrees plus 120 will give us what? 228. 228. So if we subtract from 360 degrees, then we are getting what? 132 degrees. So it means that our angle what? DCI is also what? 132 degrees. Easy, isn't it? So easy, very simple. But most of the times when a question comes, if you don't take your time and read well, you may think that, oh, it's difficult. It's very, very simple. So those of you who were contemplating and didn't know what to do, this is it. So you can watch the video, take your time. If you have any question, you can send the question under the comment section. But don't forget also to like this channel and share, subscribe as well. Thank you.